welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jazzy, and if you're a returning viewer, thanks for tuning in for today's video. In this video, I'm bringing you guys a tutorial on how I was able to custom color the 613 blonde unit that was sent to me from RosaBeauty, which is an AliExpress vendor. I'm pretty sure you guys have heard of them. So if you guys are interested to see how I was able to achieve this color, make sure you guys stay tuned for the tutorial. Before I go right ahead and jump right into the video, if you're not already subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button right down there. It would really warm my heart to have one more subscriber. And while you're at it, go ahead and hit that notification bell so every time I upload a video, you won't miss out on any of my content. Alright, without further ado, let's just go ahead and jump right into this video. The wig I'll be customizing was sent to me from RosaBeauty, and this is their 613 deep wave lace frontal wig in 26 inches. This is what the hair looks like after I've colored it, and as you guys can see, it looks toned with different variations of blonde. This is what the unit looked like straight out of the packaging. I love the deep wave curl pattern. To color the hair, I used Wella Color Charm in the shade 10A. I also used Wella Color Charm in the shade 9G, a golden blonde. For the roots, I wanted something darker, so I went in and used this Wella Color Charm in the shade 7A/672. Lastly, I'll be using one box of Color Easy in the shade lightest blonde, which I picked up from the dollar store. You'll also need an applicator bottle, 2 mixing bowls and applicator brushes, hair clips and developer, and I like to use the Wella Color Charm 20 volume cream developer. To apply the color 7A to the roots, I find it easier to use the applicator bottle for this process. I apply the shade all over the roots on the wig, making sure to apply the color 3 inches on the roots. When I get to the frontal, I like to apply the color from the applicator bottle to the applicator brush. This way I make sure I'm not getting any of the color on the lace frontal. As you guys can see, I'm just parting the hair, making sure to get the color on the roots, covering every strand. Once I'm done with the root work, I then like to define the curls with water to make sure I'm coloring the hair with the natural curl pattern. In the purple mixing bowl, I have the Wella Color Charm in the shade 9G. To begin coloring the hair, I find curls that are already formed and I apply the color from root to end, making sure all of the hair is coated. I colored 5 curl clusters in the shade 9G Golden Blonde. Next to the Color Easy lightest blonde shade, I find a piece of hair that has a defined curl and I apply the color, making sure I go from lightest to darkest. Make sure you guys have paper towels or extra disposable gloves to switch in between colors, because when you're working with blonde hair, it can be very challenging when you color the hair multiple colors. I then went ahead and colored 4 curl clusters the lightest blonde shade. Moving on to the Wella Color Charm 10A, which is an ash blonde. I colored 5 curl clusters, this 10A ash blonde shade. Lastly, moving on to the darkest shade, which is the 7A, what we used on the roots. I colored 5 curl clusters, the 7A, and I left a few strands, the original 613 blonde. This is what the back looks like when it was completed. Moving on to the frontal, I sectioned the hair off and continued the same steps. Coloring the hair from lightest to darkest, I used each color on 4 to 5 strands on each section. And this is the final results. The curls took the color really well and it didn't alter the quality of the hair or the texture. So as you guys just seen in the tutorial, I did have a method on how I colored the hair and I think it turned out really well. I honestly love the way it looks. So flawless, and I must tell you guys, I was inspired by Beyonce's Coachella hair. I'll go ahead and insert the picture right here so you guys can see it. I mean, oh my gosh, so bomb, so flawless, and I just overall knew I needed a wig just like it when I seen her hair. But honestly, you guys, I knew I wanted something a little lighter. I didn't want too much of an ash blonde, but I also did want to keep it more like a 613. So I really just honestly wanted to tone the hair, and I think it turned out really well. I love my results, and honestly this has become one of my new favorite units. So there are a few things I want to share with you guys about this hair that I've noticed over the past few weeks that I feel is so important, and which is why I want to share with you guys. So the first thing I wanted to mention to you guys is no matter what products I put in this hair, it doesn't stay detangled and it doesn't stay defined. The curls do get frizzy, the hair does get very frizzy, and I'm not too sure if that has something to do with the length or if it's because it's blonde, because while I was coloring the hair, I did notice it was shedding a lot of hair, and that's been the case ever since I colored the hair. It sheds quite a bit more than what I like. When I take off my clothes, I notice I do have some blonde long strands, and it's just a little annoying. But I also wanted to mention to you guys, when I wash the hair, I notice I get a lot of shed hair in the shower as well too, which reminds me, I did want to mention to you guys, I washed the hair today, not even an hour ago, and this is what the hair looks like. This is how defined the curls look. So I find when I wash the hair and I use only water, literally the curls turn out the best. When I use shampoo and leave-in conditioner and like detangling sprays, the hair doesn't turn out as good as it does when I just use water only, which is so crazy. But ever since I figured that out, I've only been using water on this hair, which is crazy that I have the spray bottle right here, which reminds me, every time I want to wear this unit, I immediately understand that I have to wash it before I wear it, because in order for me to have the best poppin' curls, like, I just have to have a fresh wash and go. So I always have to wash this unit, which is a little inconveniencing, but it's kind of like rewarding in the long end because the curls turn out really good. So that was something I wanted to mention to you guys. Another thing I wanted to share with you all is this is a 26-inch unit, but it looks a lot longer. I'm gonna go ahead and stand up to show you guys how long it looks on me. So the hair is super duper long, and I again love the way the color turned out. I want you guys to really be able to see it. It looks so good, so natural, and it goes really well with my skin complexion. So I felt like this video was so important for me to upload because there's a lot of T13, T19, T18 videos on YouTube on how to tone your blonde units, and I want to share with you guys some different options, some different results if you guys use different colors. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and make sure you guys check the description box down below for all the information on RosaBeauty as well as their AliExpress link. So if you guys are interested in picking up this exact same unit, you guys will know where to find it. And I'll catch you guys in my next video.